That's where we at. Should be all right. I'm getting an unstable connection, but should be all right. How's it going? Yvonne, long time. Straight to it. What's up? I like that picture. I mean, guys, literally, I thought we'll do 15 minutes. I'm always very conscious of wanting to give back. So no plugs, no advertisements, nothing, just purely like 15, 20 minutes to answer questions on stocks. Like I'm not even going to tell you like go through my day, whatever. I'm on a good day, good week, good month, everything, but that can be a separate video. Just literally like, guys, hit us with tickers, hit us with stocks. It's purely about you and answering your guys' questions for 15, 20 minutes. I'll bring up some charting and look, to the best of me knowledge, I'll impart what I've learned onto you guys to help you guys get better. What? That cannot be true. That cannot be true. I mean, he's swinging for the fences without discipline, but that cannot be true. But I know that's the full size of his account. He's blocked it, so I have to like check Twitter the other way. How can I blew 17 grand? God, like the importance of fucking risk. Like, guys, if you haven't seen the Instagram, checking Instagram stories, the market is so dangerous. That is my Instagram, Stephen Jonk 87. I specifically published today what my risk was, how I manage risk, what my journal is. I've took unrealized profits off, and I just make a fucking plan. Like I'll show you guys straight up what I did today. If F1's blew up, like I need to stop other people from blowing up. So So this is literally how I manage risk. It's so important because I've nearly fucking blew a few times as well. But I mean, I haven't blown up in a year and a half or something. So like just to show you guys, like this is how I manage risk in light of F1 Team Boss blowing up. It's very important. Like today, I'm like, look, I'm in ASA 585. With 300 shares. If I'm out at 655, because I'm in short at 585, if I'm out at 655, it's 12%. I've got 300 shares in. What's my risk? Well, my risk is $210. That's within my $300 risk. So I'm okay for that trade to go wrong. So like, yeah, I'm risking 250. I ended up making only probably 200 or so on it. Sorry, my hair's a fucking... my hair's too long. I can't get it cut because of this hairdresser's lockdown. But like, if the risk is 200, and I only made 200, and I should have made 400, 500, 600, but I was so positive, all the factors aligned that this is 100% going to fail. I'm willing to take evens, risk reward. Like I'm willing to take 1 for 1. So I made 200 and risk 200, but it's fine. And I don't have how much I'm down because I've took unrealized profits off. So I'm literally, when the fucking number hits on the chart, I don't know what I'm down, but I know it's within my risk, so I cut it. Same with Entech. My risk was $182. AMC, that was And the risk if I was wrong was $60. I made about 85. So a lot of the time I'm evens. CWRK, my risk was $80. Like, this is how I trade. Like, I'll never lose more than 300. And if I do, like, I broke my risk and I need to size down. Like, that's how you trade. Anything else is crazy. And for F1 to blow up, I'm sorry to hear it. It sucks. It genuinely sucks that he blew up. But he was swinging for the fences. He wasn't respecting his max loss. But you guys don't need to listen to me to tell you. But all right, let's fire some questions. Let's get stocks to trade up. I'm firing up stocks to trade now. So literally tickers, discipline, risk, stocks in play today. Ask anything. I'm just booting the platform up because I've been out. And then we'll go. I can't believe F1, like, fucking crazy. Okay, one second. We're nearly there. Q&A is about to start. Let's look for the first few questions. Nice hair. Thoughts on check. I give it a sec. It's taking longer than expected to boot up. Should be any second. Here we are. Sorry, my computer often like can't handle. Give us a sec. I'm on a laptop that cannot handle all this stuff. Give us a sec. We hopefully will be good in a minute. Okay, we're looking better. What the fuck? I really don't want to reboost. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Trying my best. I went to Ireland once, and in the morning I was in a nice hotel, and the guy was like, "What paper would you like?" I was like, "Oh, if you've got the Guardian or the Times, it would be brilliant." He said, "If I can't get you the Times, what'll it be?" I was like, well, what will it be? It'll be a disappointment. That's what it'll be. Wayne is pretty good. All right, attempt 2. Come on. All right, what we might need to do is like organize things a little bit differently. All right. All right, let's try and do it like this. Okay, I'm just gonna take me fully off screen. It's easier. Okay, all right, how we doing? We're looking okay. The computer's not too hot, kind of hot, but not too hot. So all right, let's get through some questions. Close that. First question, thoughts on check. Initial thoughts on check with the outrageous volume was that it was a definite long. I actually tried it long a couple of times. It's 52-week highs. It's crazy volume. I know I check its cash flow and stuff a lot. It's got no cash flow. It's got some cash, but no cash flow. So it looks like it might have a month or two left that it can operate, which is all right. I don't really know the news on this, why it kind of popped. I don't say anything in STT, but like it's a clear like 52-week high break on the threes, and it was like ripping pre, and for whatever reason it just didn't kind of it just didn't go. Like I watched it all pre-market thinking this is going to go 200-300%, and when it didn't, I thought there's not much harm in taking this short because it just wasn't opening strong. It should have opened way stronger based on the volume and the 52-week highs. So I actually just took a short in the 420s, risking 435. Risk is, again, in light of F1 Team Boss, risk is so fucking important. Like, look, I use stops. I use stops now because I don't trust myself. And stops are fucking great in this market. But I was short 430. I had a stop like 440. As it happened to come down, took some profits, and then again, like had another go down here. And I was thinking, all right, well, I think it's kind of topped quite like I know that's not the perfect line, but it's topped quite a few times in this area. So I'd like hit it in the 360s. I hit it around here in the 380s, and then it respected risk, and that's what risk is there for. And like I just pulled it in the three. I just pulled it around here because I was just like in this area because I was just like it's just not working anymore. And checks holding like a nice base. What you kind of want to see is we're even on a slight incline here. Ideally, like check just keeps going, forms some sort of like kind of wedge over the next hour, or some sort of higher low, like kind of like this. And check, I mean, look, if check doesn't break, I don't know the news, that's the thing, but if check doesn't break out and run today, it's got all the chance to like open mid-range and squeeze tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So check's not done, like I don't think. With that much volume where it's kind of respecting levels, I mean, look, it might just crap out, but I don't really see it being done. I would put the argument that it came from the 160s to the 4s. 3s is holding gains and consolidating, and maybe tomorrow it's going to have another day, and it's one to watch, right? So that answers the question. That's my thoughts on check. What's up, guys? Hello, Stephen. Question: I just blew my account again and did book a training with your personal trainer. It's not me personal trainer. Sam Dagash is a quantum and NLP coach. He really helped me mind. A lot of vision. Do you know, like Conor McGregor says he visions the future and that? Does a lot of vision work, a lot of subconscious work. And I was a losing trader, then I met him, and then I turned profitable like a month later. So he's a good guy, and he's helped loads, but with anxiety and stuff as well. Did you book a training with your personal trainer? I just did a book training with so you did like a thing. Yeah, just go see him. Just samdagash.com. Just go see him. He's very, very helpful and very good. But you need to do the like 5,000. It's like a 5,000, 6,000 dirham course, or 7,000. I can't remember, which is about $2,000 or something. But it's like a month long. Hang on, I'm gonna have to like get rid of WhatsApp. It's going mad. Which one you like best? Look, I'm short. Like I should learn long and get better along, and I'm kind of trying. And I've got great resources. Like I know, like I kind of know like Dan and Papa John and Dan Irish and Papa John and Jack Kellogg. Like I'm not friends with them, but like I kind of am kind of on. Like Tango, I kind of know as well. And like I could like learn from them, but like I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like F1 Team Boss blew up. Like me goal is to focus on risk and slowly learn longs at the same time. But like risk is the priority right now. It's and that's why. If you guys want to hit us on Instagram, I've recently did an Instagram series of stories on risk. So and what I'm doing. This was before I knew about F1. Yeah, let's hope he doesn't kill himself tonight. Mike, you can't say what day it is because there's no day, which is funny. Nah, I don't have a number one pick. But anything now, like today was slow. There wasn't a lot on. What's up, Gav? Yeah, I do. I mean, look, not as much as I should. Again, like I go through phases where for a straight year, all I did was save stats and track data. And then I found out all the findings, figured out all of the patterns, realized that the patterns don't deviate. And then now I'm just focused on risk to make sure I don't like, because look, I'm like trying, I know how all of the patterns work, more or less. They might change, but if they do, I'll start tracking the stats again. But I've got like 5-6 patterns in my arsenal. So I'm just really working on risk to size up. And working on risk is making it like I'm on near record month this month. I should surpass a $15,000 month this month. I'm hoping 16, 17, 18,000. So I do track. I used to track all the time. I've actually like kind of got a team of people who kind of track with me, for me, and for themselves. It's like a deal where I'm like, guys, if you track this stuff and tell us, I'll tell you my insights. So it's win-win. Hank, great to see you, brother. I need to see where we are. Alfredo, do you also put in your brokerage fees and comms in your risk Excel sheet? Yeah, so like commissions are automatically deducted, and mostly from the brokers that I use. I know TradeZero doesn't do it, but the other one does. So I always take off commissions, and then in my profit sheet, I've got a box at the bottom that's like borrow fees, and that minuses off the total profits at the end of the month. Any profits that you see is publicly announced at the end of each month, or you'll see at the end of the year, is all with borrow fees off. I've enjoyed watching your journey, learning from you, trying to learn how to know when to trade a stock over and over. Trying to learn how to know when to trade a stock. I'm not kind of sure what you mean by that, but you should be trading the same pattern over and over rather than the stock. SGLB question mark. Well, I haven't looked at the ticker for a bit, so I know there's a couple of people I chat with who are hammering home about this. I personally didn't like, but this must be what's blown F1 up, is it? This has to be what's blown F1 up, I'd imagine. I mean, I like it because it's typical, but it's a gap and crap on this volume, but on this volume, it's got the capacity to run. And that's an interesting observation. Like, volume is what governs and runs the stock market. So like something will fail on this volume, but like it's going to trade double, triple that. So once shorts get stuck, then they have to buy the cover. This is when these big squeezes can generally happen. So SGLB is a beautiful breakout over the 550s. You can see it open in the 5. So buying the break on the 550s, it's not overextended that much. So like, but it's hard to like kind of catch that. Like it pushed, trying to like buy dips even in the 6s, risking the 550s, risking the breakout level, I think is a solid trade. But I almost remember looking at this thing, thinking, I don't like it long, I don't like it short. But I mean, obviously in hindsight, it's a fucking great long. I missed it. I just thought I saw it in this channel. Well, it's not a short by any stretch. I just saw it in this channel and thought, I can see this rolling over. It doesn't have the volume, but then I think I underestimated the volume that it could carry on the day. So nice chart. I mean, the ultimate question is, will this have legs? Will this day 2? And the answer is we don't know. You have to basically see if this can hold up till 2 and 3 o'clock. And then if it holds up till 3, you want to watch it after hours at 4. If you've got a good base to risk off and it's perking after hours, then there's no harm in getting a good entry and risking. As long as you're up like 10, 20, 30% on it. Did you notice anything weird about today's? Yeah, I did. I did notice something weird about today. What is it? April? March? Yeah, it's fucking the people who I talk with about trading were all talking early. I'm like, you guys, why the fuck are you guys on so early? And then when I went on the markets, I was like, it seems like there's an hour ahead But all my platforms, I didn't realize it was the clocks changing, but it's 5 o'clock now. I don't even know anymore. What time is it? 1 o'clock is, yeah, like the market, the times have changed in the market. I go off American time half the time. I don't even use English time. The market's opened at 1:30 today. Yeah, I didn't even realize. It's so stupid. I mean, I obviously was here, but I go off American time. I'm not sure what ticker you mean. Have you now trade the autopilot thing? Yeah, kind of. I just instinctually can kind of guess what's going to run and what's going to fail because I've just seen it so many times over 5 years. And it's more of a question of where do I risk and what is me risk and where do I risk first of all? And then when I know where I'm going to risk, it's what's the risk? And then I have to work out like what risk will I get on this? 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 6 to 1, or evens, or less than evens. And then after that, I need to work out what is the probability this is going to happen. So if it's 90% likely going to fail in my eyes, and the risk is evens, it's a great trade. But if I'm getting 4 to 1 probability, but it's less than 50% likely to happen, it's still a great trade. So it's just me making sure I'm going to make money doing this 100 times. Nah, I don't think SGLB's backside. I think it's got more to go. It's gonna squeeze and squeeze. Yeah. It looked good. Check looked good for me. Don't know what happened. Check FDA news. Oh, check has FDA news. Jesus Christ. Is it good and bad? Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, look, that's gonna, for me, that's setting up for tomorrow or later on. Nah, that's what it is. It's, I mean, like, that's what it is. I mean, it's if you're going long, it's buying off consolidation or perks. If you're going short, it's often not trying short strength. But that's it. Glad to hear Latin Pasion. Good to know. It's a reason, and like I don't get paid anything or make anything for these. By the way, I'm doing it purely for free to help people. I don't get anything out of this other than it makes me feel good to help other people. And I said 4 years ago on YouTube I would make it profitable and then help others. And this is me sticking to my word. It's like watching Euro soccer match, but for stonks. Fucking love it. And look, and I know you guys like it too because the numbers are high of the viewers. It's getting higher and higher. Yeah, I think it's fucking Check's not a terrible company from what I kind of like. That perk is a perk to buy off. Like that's an entry to buy. Like there's no harm in buying 340, risking 312. You're risking 4%. Say your max loss is $50. Like so, if you're risking, like I can't work out in my head. I need me loss sheet, but just fucking that perk is beautiful. Like buy that perk at 330, risk 3, and this thing could go to 6 or 9. What's up, Starving Trader? Thank you, sir. I used to this. I think Check's going, by the way. But I used to have a rule where I'd be bullish on bearish setups and bearish on bullish setups. So as a short, I can only really speak, but I would like scale in heavy on stocks that I knew would fail because I had like high volume resistance. And then like stuff that was like check, like 52-week highs, crazy volume, I'd hit it and have a stop loss in. But I mean, I guess to answer your question with the most recent answer that I've got, what's your thoughts on scaling in and out? It's that I don't do it. I don't scale. I used to scale. I don't really do it anymore. Like I'll try and get a good average, but I'm not scaling in and out. I'm like hitting it thinking it might go higher, but I don't want to miss, which is FOMO, I know, but I'll hit it a bit thinking it might go higher, I don't want to miss. So I'll wait and see if it does go higher. And then if it fails, I'll actually have it lower. But I'm just trying to get a good call. That's not really skilling in and out, though. I'm really just shorting, hitting it. I've got risk. Breaks the risk, I'm done. Like, and that's how I trade. I don't scale in or out anymore. I used to, but I never could do it very well. And scaling isn't good for managing risk because your position's constantly changing. So I just don't do it. Like, risk is top priority. Fucking can't believe F1. Check's going. Check is long right now. I should be long right now. For me, I want to see more. Look, buying 333, risking 3 is 10%. Has the potential to go 50. So if it's 5-to-1 risk reward, and the likelihood 5-to-1 risk reward, and the likelihood of it happening is, what is it going to run or is it going to break this level? I'd say it's a coin flip. Maybe, yeah, it's a coin flip. So like, why would you not take a 5-to-1 risk reward, 5-to-1 on your money for a coin flip? Like, it's obvious. I should be in it, but I've got some freelance work. I've got some meditation. I shouldn't even be doing this call. I should be working, but I enjoy helping you guys and giving back. And I fucking told you on this pick, by the way, you should be in 330. So let's see where it goes. If a stock gaps up into resistance volume that is higher than the stock's float, does the exit? Yeah, it's a fucking great question. It's a really great question. If a stock gaps into resistance volume that is higher than the stock's float, it's tough to answer. I know what you mean, but it's like, basically the way volume works is maybe people will look at volume in terms of, it doesn't work in this case, but say check it topped at 297 on 350 million volume. So the way you'd look at volume is if check opened again in this range where it came from, like, people would expect, it doesn't really matter what the float is. People know that it can't go from here to here. It can't break this level on 320 million. So if it was coming from the 37 cents, it would need a billion volume, because more buyers than sellers. You'd need a billion in volume to break this level, because it failed on 320 million. So it's not going to break it unless it trades like substantially more or double. The only other way it can do it is because people are guessing what's going to happen, and the only real indicators you've got are the candles on the chart and the volume. So, like, that's what people go off, and it always becomes this, like, the float matters, but it doesn't. Like, it's more of a self-fulfilling prophecy of, can it do it? Because most of the market's buyers. So if the volume's higher, that means there's more buyers. Then the demand's higher. So it didn't do it last time, but if we've got double the volume, maybe it does it this time. So, like, maybe if, and this is a terrible drone, but maybe if, like, check grinded, like, this is really bad, but, like, say each of these things is grinded over a period of days, then it hit 320. Like, so for example, today it gapped, and then it's already above this resistance. So now it's almost like 320 million of support, but it doesn't matter anymore. But say it opened in the 260s and then it was forecast to trade 320 million. Then you're going to expect it's going to go through, because it only needs to make up 20 cents and it's going to trade 300 million. So you can expect it's going to need at least 100 million to push through here. But when it's through. Like, all shorts are covers. That means the longs. So kind of works like that. Fucking, I've only had one glass of wine. I'm almost going to have a second one. He blew because he's a gambler, end of story. You at least have rules. I don't like the term "at least." I don't think you mean it, but I don't like the term "at least." Look, I've dedicated risk management, dedicated plan, dedicated structure and strategy, dedicated years of tracking. F1 hasn't put tens of thousands of hours in. He's tried a pattern and just gone for it. He's not diligently researched stocks and thought, well, what's the news? What's the volume? What's the sector? what's the press release? Where's the dilution? Where's my risk? He's just shorted and added. There's a very, very big difference between me and F1 team boss. I don't think you mean it like that, how it sounds. And don't take any offense. I'm just purely for educational purposes. I'm highlighting that there are like 10 variables that you've got to consider and be diligent in every single one and then add risk on top. And this is how I do it. And this is why I mean, I don't mean to be a dick, but this is why I'm up just short of 100K and F1's down 100K. There's a significant difference in approach and strategy. Things, you need stuff like things they don't get expensive, because when you start making like $1,000 a day, like it's not that expensive for this stuff, but like fees do add up and platforms add up. Like I've got stocks to trade, I've got Speed Trader, I've got Trade Zero. I'm paying like whatever for each one. I don't know. But I know things add up, and then I've got Flash SEC, then I've got a News Edge service and stuff like that. Like for me, sometimes because I've got a good following, I can broker like deals and affiliates and promotions with these guys where I don't need to pay. Not that it saves that much, but yeah, look, being totally transparent and honest, these costs individually add up for the average person, and it's a case of weighing up what adds value and what doesn't. Alex had an 80K a month in February, but then a minus 70K a day. I mean, with Alex, I'm not sure. You don't see, I can't comment because I don't see all of his stuff. Like you see some of the losses, some of the wins, but I don't really see his proper track record, so I don't really know how he's doing. So I can't really comment, but obviously he shouldn't be trading on a plane, but I'm not going to judge him for it because every flight I've been on, I've traded on. It's a grinder. How's this thing doing? Yeah, that thing was going to go for sure. I think SGLB. We're hitting like 45 minutes, guys. So like I like that we're getting the questions and stuff like that, but kind of go forever. Well, I'm enjoying it, to be honest. There's a lot of. I might just open the second glass of wine and stay on with you guys. All right, SGLB. We already know it's a grinder. Like what a lot of you guys need to recognize is what front side is, and I bet you a lot of you guys won't even realize. This is front side as hell. I mean, even if it cracks, it's got front side, it's got the trend, it's got VWAP. Like this is not. It's got crazy volume, shorter stock. Like what? Does anyone know what F1 blew up on? This is very front side. This is an absolute no go. Yeah, someone hit that answer. It was like FDA news. Okay, we're nearly at the end of comments. Any final comments, guys? I mean, we've ran pretty good. Oh shit! Sorry, me thing was. Any further comments or anything, hitters? I had the same first 10 minutes. I was thinking, how the fuck are OTCs moving already? Nice, brother. I think I know you from Holland. Speak to Bram. I miss Bram. Bram's doing well. Bram's profitable, by the way. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like that's the other thing. Like when you guys use terms like soaking or holding, like sometimes I don't even watch that shit. I'm just like, what's the big picture? What is the stock expected to do over the coming days? What's my plan? What's my risk? If it sucks, it sucks. Like minute by minute action. Like I used to try and judge, and I can kind of judge, but I don't even bother anymore. Just easier to think big picture, big plan, risk. Stick to it, and I've seen enough market situations and scenarios that I turn out good most of the time. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's the market. What's up, brother? Finally caught you live. Hope it was worth it. Hope it was good. Guys, honestly, here's the questions. Like, I'm willing to stay, but I'm not going to stay if I don't have any questions. Like, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it. think this is a good like webinar kind of thing. I think you're all learning. Willing to do the hour, but I need to get some questions. Otherwise, we're all just going to be sitting together. Christine Gill, yeah, no problem. No problem. Happy to help. I do. I try not to, and then I do. So like with level 2, when I'm getting in an entry, I'm looking like microscopic, minute by minute, like can I short the bounce or can I catch the dip of this long? Like that's what I'm really looking at level 2. Otherwise, once I have a plan and I have risk, level 2 only tells me when I need to get ready to have my hand over the cover button if I don't already have a stop in. Level 2 is irrelevant once you've got your plan. SGLB is looking heavy. I've got to be honest. Let's see. I was really not wanting to fucking take a trade. How is this looking? It went from 5 to 10, and that's a trend break. Right. I don't really. I'm not gonna. I might take this on trade 0. If this falls through the trend break, and then it drops, and then bounces and hits its head off the top of the trend break, that's an acceptable short. I might even take it. But like, I'll probably hit it on trade 0. I'll have to see like what the borrows cost and stuff like that. But then again, like this isn't over. What we're trading, a couple of million every 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not taking it. I don't like it. So we're up to that. Thanks for explaining. All good. I would not say SGL. Like with this, I've seen these kind of stocks like hit VWAP, consolidate and build. So even if this breaks trend, I'm not getting in. Yeah, even if it does, it's just not worth it. Like it's not for me, that one. What's market time? Like 1 o'clock or something. Someone can answer that, guys. Like front side is when front side is basically this side on the long side of the trend up. Back side is like when it breaks trend. Tax is not something I really speak about. I've got an accountant, but I just I can tell you I've set up as a business in order to pay tax. Like I have a company because I have like freelance, I have like YouTube, and I have trading. So I've like set up as a business, but I pay tax. I have an accountant, but I can't really advise. Like your accountant has to advise on this shit. I don't really want to take SGLB off, so let's have a quick look at eyes. Yeah, eyes is on a really nice break. It's a really nice squeeze. I was with Tim Bowen in the Stocks That Trade Pro this morning. One of his favorite plays was eyes, and Stocks That Trade Pro room is pretty good. Like my long game sucks, and I'm in pro every morning, and like Tim Bowen's picks like work. He's like so good at reading longs, but like I'm like half ignoring because I'm reading short. Like I really need to pay more attention because like he was saying like watch for this ripping, and I will not be surprised if this becomes like a new multi-day breakout over this level. It's just I'd love to see this wash under VWAP. I hope it has. What the fuck? All right, hang on. I was like analyzing some charts, and so that's a bit off. Yeah, my computer might not be far from blowing up right now. Oh man, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, like when I was saying, I was hoping for a wash. You want to wash in the morning, consolidate, and then that kind of came out of nowhere. But yeah, I struggle with longs, and I struggle with chasing because it's just gone from like 1350 to 15. But again, I probably wouldn't be buying this. I'd be buying the more significant. Like I don't play intraday, right? I try not to play intraday action. I look for the daily setup, which is the 16 break. And if the 16 breaks, then yeah, I'd be looking for a price to get in and risk. Yeah, he blocked his, man. It's so dumb. But I'll find a way and check it out. SGLB. I mean, guys, it's like it's traded 66 million once and crapped, but it gapped above the resistance. Like if it gapped in the 4s, you'd think, yeah, you might be able to short it risking the 5s. But if it gaps above the resistance, it's almost a clean chart. It doesn't really know what he's doing, sadly. Just whenever. I mean, the more the numbers come in, the more I'll do it, because the more eyes that are watching, the more it's kind of worth it in my head. Like once, twice, thrice a week. If like lots of numbers come in, more. Yeah, I took AMC long. I was so proud of that. I'll explain it just one sec. I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be right back. So AMC was super cool. And again, it's just playing that big picture. AMC is one of these meme stonks, right? Oh shit. I need to buy a new computer. It's not like I'm poor. Alright, maybe this is going to be the last one, sadly. Give things a second. The computer is going to be blown up. It's running multiple monitors and running stocks to trade and brokers and everything. So, but you can see the line, right? So AMC is like a multi-day breakout on 1250. Like I hope you guys can see this. I'll try and zoom in a bit. Yeah, I can zoom in. All right, we're getting better. Maybe I can try and draw a line. So I know that AMC is a multi-day breakout. It's got 3 days here, and it's breaking out of this range. So that's the multi-day breakout. And I know when it does kind of run, it's got a huge range because it's demonstrated this huge range in this capacity. So because meme stonks randomly can get hot, I know it's potential trade. It's just wet. And then for me, I mean, I sold way too early because I'm such a fucking joke noob long. But in the morning, when this really pushed, and this doesn't look significant in relation to the normal price action, but it kind of is. So basically, I'll just tell you my entry because things are slowing down and getting hot. I think this may be the end, sadly. But for AMC, I saw this big push, and then I know on the daily, the bigger picture. So I bought the dip. Like I bought this dip in the like 1240s and then ran it up to like 1340. So there was like a buck. There was like a buck on that. And that, yeah, my computer's starting to blow up. So sadly, I know we're kind of back on, but I'm going to close it down because I'm going to have to close some stuff down. So we've got some human, Stephen, risk, discipline questions. If there's anything left, we'll do the last 5 minutes. Yeah, answered that. Sorry, can't really answer that. One with no commissions, but I don't know which one. I don't scalp. I don't like it. E-Trade probably there's no commissions. These questions make us, and these statements make us annoyed. 95% of traders lose. So if I made 60, 70, dude, I turned $600 into 68,000, making a 10,000% return on investment. I would have not made $1 million going long because I flipped 600 into 68K. So how would I have made $1 million going long? I would have blown my account up in seconds. I only have Thinkorswim level 2, which is not the best. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm not getting wrapped in like one short's already blew up on that. I'm not doing the next. You are the person that made me believe trading is possible. Dude, like I knew it was. And then like for sure I've achieved it, right? I'm up like 94,000, having crazy 5-figure crazy months all the time now, or a lot. But it's just a case of what I'm achieving is quite surreal and it's kind of like uncharted territory. So there's a lot of discipline that goes with it. Like you'll see us drink wine, but there's a lot of like dedication, study, work, fitness, keeping a clear mental head. Like I just do a lot to stay okay in the game and keep stress down. But yeah, it's very possible. Things work out, I'll be able to do it. I'll fucking be right there with you, brother. We'll be there together. Let's have a good life there. Random times, brother. That's why you've missed it. This whole thing's on YouTube as a download, though. Yeah, like 25-30% minimum. Yeah. You have to consolidate in the BTCD next. Well, I believe short selling's healthy and it maintains a balanced market. Whatever you can bet on going up, you should bet on going down. Like you can't just have one-way traffic. It doesn't work. Yeah, ICE huge potential run out as a stocks to trade pro pick. Yeah, that one I'm gonna miss. I'm sorry. Not often any. Yeah, she's saying when are you on live, and I'm saying not often enough anymore. I'm sorry. Trying my best. Kind of true. These days, like I can't remember the exact trades I took, but NLTL or something. Took about 25. I took about 30% on like it ranges. Like I took about like 30-40%. Between 25 and 40%. Like, because I was in and out. I took 50% on it, but I was in and out so much that maybe it's 25-30. Took 30% on one of my trades today. Took like 10 to 12 to 15 on a few others. And then like the likes of the main run out of the day, I forgot the ticker that didn't break down, Arak or whatever. Like I took like 7% on that. So, but I'll go for 10 to 20%, 30%. Can you say hello to Karen from Jazz Hair Salon in Newcastle? You have to be joking. You have to be joking. Hello to Karen. All right, now because I know someone from called Karen. Hello to Karen. Hello, Karen. How's it going? From Jazz Hair Salon. How's it going? It's quite funny. Can I have a free haircut? I'll do whatever you want if I get my haircut during this lockdown. Best advice is to switch long and short bias generally. Well, like how to trade long when you're short. Track a load of setups and data and find out which one's yours. Just track a bunch of longs and see what you make money on and which ones you don't. Like I do not do well at the open. I'm quite good at multi-day breakouts, buying before the breakout, and I'm quite good at buying like stocks that should have broke at wash and then edge to VWAP towards the close. Like just find out what you got at, find out what makes sense to you. And on that, we're hitting like 51 minutes. Thank you, everyone. It's been cool. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it, and live the dream. Thanks.